Alright, the things you'll need to fix your PS3 with YLOD is a Torx T10 screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, a heat gun, a thermal compound, and a non-conductive and clean work surface. Alright, as you can see here, I have my PS3 all hooked up, and as I try to boot it up, you'll see the green light come on, it'll flash to yellow, you'll hear a double beep, and it'll flash to red, flash for a bit, and then go solid red. And that is why they call it the yellow light of death, or YLOD. Alright, first thing you'll need is your Torx T10 screwdriver. T10 refers to the tip, or the size of the Torx. And you want to remove a little rubber cover right there. I've already removed it, and just unscrew it. This is the only thing you'll need your Torx T10 for. And after that, you're going to want to remove all the screws from the top, pretty much every one you see. Take the top off. And what you've got here is your Blu-ray drive and the power supply. First, you're going to want to remove your Blu-ray drive, and you're going to want to disconnect it from the motherboard and the power supply. Just pull the power supply cable out, and from the motherboard you're going to want to remove the ribbon cable. Mine just came out. You're going to want to flip this little tab up and pull it right out. It's a brown tab, and this is optional, only if you have the old generation PS3 with the memory card reader. Just unscrew it and disconnect it from the motherboard by flipping the tab, pulling out the ribbon cable. Again, they're not in all PS3s, just the very first generation. And now what you're going to want to do is pretty much remove every screw you see. That's all this is really about, removing every single screw you see. Around the power supply first, and you're going to want to disconnect the power supply from the motherboard. And once you've done that, you're going to want to remove pretty much every screw you see on this metal panel. But first, it's important to remove this one right here. This is the power buttons and reset buttons. It's very delicate. The touch or heat sensitive panel. Again, another ribbon cable. Just flip the tab, pull it out. Right here you want to remove the screws to, these are the heatsink brackets. Once you've got those out of the way, some more screws over here. Another ribbon cable, same deal. And once you've got all the screws out of the way, you want to remove the bottom part of the casing and flip it over, remove the heatsink and fan, and that's what cools your GPU and CPU. And here are the processors right here, GPU and CPU of the PS3. And now you can do this after if you'd like, but you want to carefully clean the old thermal paste off of the CPU and GPU heatsink, because you will be replacing it with the new one. Right, and this is the hard drive. You're going to want to remove just this blue screw alone. You're going to pull this latch up, and then pull the hard drive, slide it to the left, and just pull it out. Disconnect the battery from the motherboard. And then you want to remove the hard drive casing from the rest of the motherboard. And once you've got those screws out, you should be able to remove the panel, the metal panel from the motherboard. Alright, and once you're here, you want to use your heat gun for about 5 minutes for at around 1000 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to keep a good rotation, not to keep it on one spot too long, or you could damage some of the parts. 5 minutes all around, and once you're finished with that, you can reattach the panel. And before you put the heatsink on, you want to use thermal paste on both the GPU and CPU, about a small pea size amount. And you want to spread it evenly across using a flat, about maybe a credit card, half a credit card sized plastic piece of crap, I don't know. And once you've got that, you want to hook everything back up together. If you don't remember how to do that, you could watch the video again, or just record yourself doing it so you remember where to put everything. And this is it working. I didn't attach the front panel yet, just in case it didn't work. I didn't want to have to remove everything, take everything apart again. And that's it. Alright, just some extra and important tips I wanted to go over again. When using the heat gun, you want to keep it about 2 to 3 inches away from the motherboard. You never want to keep it too close. Again, keep it, you want to move it around in circular motion for around 5 to 8 minutes. It's important you don't stay in one spot. That could destroy the motherboard. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, you can like it, leave a comment, favorite the video if you found it interesting, subscribe, and yeah, again, thanks for watching.